So maybe if we take an example of from investment funds and we look at asset classes. So you would look at some asset classes which would be deemed to be more risky. For example, property, investment in loans. So if we look at regulated structures, the only ones that are allowed to invest in those will be qualifying investor funds, because there's a higher risk, but obviously that can be managed in terms of managing liquidity, risk disclosures. And then if we look at other asset classes, listed equities, bonds, things that are more liquid and apparently lower risk, that would be on the UCITS side. Then you can look at art. Again, that would fall into the higher risky QUAIF, or you could have commodities, or you could have anything, whiskey, you name it, you can have it. We are now seeing certain regulated funds that are allowed to invest in cryptocurrencies, but to a small percentage. But that again will be on investment funds that can invest in these particular asset classes. The reason I use the investment funds example in terms of regulation of asset classes is not all activity is going to be regulated, because are you invested in that asset class as part of a group in a collective investment scheme? Is there a raising of finance from the public or from private individuals? How are you, or is it a group of people coming together in a joint venture? Or are you just providing services like acting as an architect or collecting rents? So it's just how you approach and what you're doing with that asset class. But as a rule of thumb, when we're looking at asset classes, you're wanting to assess risk, liquidity, and how you're raising finance. And then we look at how the regulation works.